What up, though, Aries? It's Miss AJ with your soul scopes for the month of September so that you can be enlightened, aligned, and spiritually lit. So let's jump right into it with the messages that the universe has for you in regards to your soul development, and your soul growth. Let's jump into it. All right. All right, so first off the bat, we have emotions are the reflection. So right now you may be feeling a little bit more emotional than you typically may be feeling in normal situations. There could be a context of you feeling a little bit not in control. And as we know, that's something that Aries don't like. You guys are very passionate individuals. However, this energy could definitely be a part of a moment for you to pause. This is a lot of energy. Saturn has just moved retrograde out of your sign into the sign of Pisces. So you could be feeling that shift, right? You could be feeling this uncomfortable perspective of I'm having to deal with a lot of feelings or emotions with people around you. And you're an action-oriented sign. So that is something that could be a little uncomfortable for you this month. However, it's very necessary because you can be so much on the go that you don't process your emotions, or that you don't really take an evaluation of the things that are around you or the people that are around you. You know, it's actions, but it's also a context of emotion is a human thing. It's a guidance tool. It's something that can definitely guide you into the right direction if you are able to kind of take a pause and learn how to acknowledge the emotions, process them, and then thereby taking actions and releasing them. But if you don't give yourself that time, especially with this eclipse season coming up that we're going into, the universe will make the time for you. It will pause you. So let's do the pause and take the reflection before the pause has to be enforced. Also, from a perspective of growth, you have to understand that your soul is telling you yes. Aries is very independent energy. It is very, I got this. But you don't have to go it alone. You don't have to figure out everything on your own. And honestly, that is the opposite sign. Libra is your opposite sign of partnership, right? So you tend to be, I got it, I'm going to forge ahead. And that is a very beautiful trait. However, it can turn into a shadow trait if when we are at a point that you can be the leader, you can be the head, but you also need people to support you, and ask for help where you don't know that you have that particular problem solved. It takes a good leader to follow, as they say. It takes a good leader to be able to recognize that I need help, or I may not be able to do this in this perspective. And what that does, it allows your soul to grow, to become more whole. So being able to reach out and not feel at a detriment because you're reaching out is really the thing that your soul is asking for you to recognize this month. You need to also release and definitely address some things with your inner child. There's a concept of write a letter to your inner child, but if you don't, definitely you can write a letter to your inner child. I do think, though, this can be speaking to a context of, possibly someplace where you feel like this pressure on you that you may have not met what you felt like you needed to meet in life, or there's this immense amount of pressure on you or expectations that you're putting on yourself, and that is coming from an inner child perspective of some things that may need to be addressed. This is also going back to the initial theme of you need to take a pause. You need to process. There's some underlying processes, and with Saturn going back into Pisces, it's a very good time for you to really get to the root core. And that's something that, you may not naturally want to do. You just want to fight yourself through it, action yourself through it, maybe fuck yourself through it, like do everything except for that's outside of yourself, except instead of turning in. And that's really what the universe is asking you to do this month, because when you're able to heal the root cause of those contexts, then you're able to get a clearer sense of direction, able to ask for help from a more healthier perspective of that you aren't in control, or it's something wrong with you if you're not able to do it or figure it out. The guidance this month is, the theme is very clear. Say yes. Say yes. Be open to receive. When people want to help, let them help. When people give you guidance, even though you didn't come up with the idea or you didn't come up with the problem solved, let them help you. Let the universe show you that abundance can be attracted to you versus you always have to be in action. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying faith without works is dead. I'm not saying that action isn't necessary. I'm just saying being in a place of balance. Balance that Libra shadow part of yourself to be able to be in partnership and allow help in, receive help in. Be at a context of, instead of being always the Mars warrior, take some of that Venetian kind of ease and beauty and be able to be receptive, right? Especially from a feminine divine energy. It is, take it as it resonates. You don't have to work this hard. Help is available. The universe is available. All you have to do is take off and surrender the perspective of, I have to do this, and heal from the perspective of, my inner child, my childhood wounds have caused me to be in a position where I feel like I have to fight and do everything for myself. You can change your reality by healing that narrative. You don't have to do it all by yourself. And the universe wants to show you this month how good it can get and how much you can receive without always having to be in the driver's wheel, but being in partnership, a co-creation with the universe. All right, Aries, blessings.